Just got back from vacation, feeling pretty good. Let's see what I missed in the YouTube community. What's this? YouTube is using AI to figure out the age of the people who watch it. That's weird. What's this? There's a new badge that's a little bit worse than Finger Painter, but it's still pretty good. That's cool. What's this? Day 20 of Girl Tie Countdown came out today, and it's peak? That's cool. The video's about Girl Tie Countdown. Hey guys! So, I've been on vacation for about a week now, and I haven't been able to cover the brand new Girl Tie Countdown stuff that's came out today. Well, a little, not today, but you get the point. But anyways, I'm going to be covering Day 20 of Girl Attack. Let's just say it covered a lot of lore. And I have one new big theory that I propose. Something I like to call the double murder theory. But to explain the double murder theory, I'm going to need to explain the theories that lead up to the double murder theory. So let's go ahead and get into that right now. And I'll start off with a theory that most people are going to deny. And this theory is that the creator of Girl Tie Countdown is not represented by 9-1 in the videos. Now, where's my evidence for this? Well, as you've seen in Day 20, you've seen that 9-1 is killing this other gorilla. So what I propose is that 9-1 is actually somebody else, and isn't the creator of Girl Tie Countdown. Because, why would the creator of Gorilla Tie Countdown say that he murdered somebody in one of his videos? That's just off, for me, at least. The other thing is that it says, until 9-1 shows, maybe I should go. Which leads me to believe that the creator of Girl Tie Countdown isn't 9-1. But until 9-1 shows himself, the creator of Girl Tie Countdown is going to leave YouTube, like how K9 left YouTube. Now with this, you may now be asking, ZVR, who is the creator of Girl Tie Countdown represented in the videos? Well, that leads me to my second theory, which is that V2 is the representation of Girl Tie Countdown, along with the Shadow. Now, you probably don't know who V2 is. He was only shown for a split second in Girl Tie Countdown Day 20. But I theorize that he is the representation of the creator of Girl Tie Countdown, because he's standing over the grave of Green, who I'll get into who Green is in a couple more theories. Now for Shadow, it's a little bit more harder to explain. So you remember back in my last video whenever I was talking about the Shadow theory? Well, I kind of want to re-adventure into that. And also I want to re-explain the Shadow theory because I think I got it wrong last time. So the Shadow theory, in my opinion now, is that the Shadow... What? My theory is that the Shadow represents the part of V2 that is still holding on to Green after their death, which I'll get into in a second. So, that second is now. Because let's get into the next theory, which the theory is that Green is a lover of V2. Now the evidence for this is because during the sequence at the start of Day 20, whenever they're going through all the gorillas, it lands on Green, which hasn't been shown throughout the sequence before, and that is when they say the word love. And that's basically all I have for that. That's basically it. Let's get into the next theory, which is that the skull is the representation of dead Green. So, the skull has been going throughout the videos, shown with multiple people jumping towards it, trying to get to it. But my theory is that the skull represents Green, who has died. You can see the skull going onto the grave, where I suspect Green was buried, and we also see 9-1 jumping to the skull, which is what I theorize to him having regret killed Green, which I'll get into in the final theory. Now for the last theory, right before the final theory that I have the theory that Day 90, which was the pizza delivery call, where they messed up the pizza order, is actually important to the story. And I'll get into why it is during the final theory. So let's go ahead and hop into the final theory. Alright, this is the final big theory. After putting all of the evidence and the clues together that I found in Day 20, which some of the clues I haven't gone over yet, here is my final theory of what happened. There was a group of 3 friends. 2 of them being V2 and 9-1, and then Green. See, V2 and Green fell in love with each other, and 9-1 was jealous of this. So one day, after a bad day of work, 9-1 decided to order some pizza. It's nothing special, just a Peppo pizza. Now, whenever the pizza arrived, the pizza delivery driver put on extra peppers, because he thought that since 9-1 ordered a lot of peppers, he wanted a lot more peppers, because he liked peppers.
Oh boy, my pizza is here. Hi. Why hello. I have your pizza. Okay, let me see my pizza. This is wrong. I thought you liked peppers, so I added more of them. It's not the same. You ruined my pizza.
But 9-1 didn't want that. And after a bad day of work, and also after the jealousy of not being able to have Green for his own, he decides to take a saw blade off of the desk next to him and chase after the pizza delivery man. They run across the street, down the street, people see it and they call the cops, and eventually the pizza delivery man hides in an alleyway, but it's too late. 9-1 finds him, and when he does, it's not very family friendly.
Hey, are you family friendly by any chance?
Stabs him multiple times, killing him, obviously. And when the cops show up, they expect to find 1 body, they find 2. The second body being Green. See, Green tried to stop 9-1 from doing what he was doing, but in 9-1's blinding rage, he ended up killing her. And 9-1, after realizing what he did, decided to leave the crime scene and get away as fast as possible. Then, V2, after the death, he decided to leave YouTube until 9-1 showed himself to the public eye again, eventually mourning over the death of Green, with that one single bit of him still holding on to what was left of his friendship with Green. Anyways, hope you guys like the theory. I have 2 things to say before I end this video. The first one is, take this theory with a grain of salt. It could be completely wrong, I don't totally know. But that's just what I've gathered throughout all the information that I've found so far. And the second thing is that Gorilla Tag Countdown, if you're watching this video, I would really like to have an interview with you. I know I commented on your comment last time, asking, and you didn't reply, which, yeah, but I really want to get an interview. DM me on Discord, zib_VR, all lowercase, no uppercase. But yeah, hope you guys like the video, and peace.